Hello everybody and welcome to our daily check-in. It is beautiful out, as you can see. So nice. So I wanted to think about what can I talk about today, and actually I'm in a really good mood today. For one, this morning I got to dress up like a Harry Potter character because our school had Spirit Week, and if you were obviously in our school, awesome. Hopefully you dressed up like a very cool movie or book character. And I'm also super excited because I get to wear a tie. I miss wearing a tie. I feel almost human-like because I have on a sweater and a button-down shirt and a tie. I feel so good today. I even got my LSU vest on and hat because today's topic is kind of around that topic. So what did I want to talk about today? Well, actually, today's topic is brought to you by one of my students' parents. She asked if I had made a video about food, the fact that we're eating all the time. And my response to her was basically like, well, that's my new hobby, eating. I just snack all the time. So do my kids. It's almost like it's been 10 minutes. I think it's time for another snack. So food is something that comforts people, right? In the winter, if you're not feeling well, there's always like chicken noodle soup. In the summertime, it might be hamburgers and hot dogs or grilled chicken. I know I love having shrimp boils in the summertime. And actually that was kind of why I'm wearing what I'm wearing. Because when I went to college in Louisiana State University, my roommate at the time, his name was Rodney, who was from Louisiana, and now he lives in Texas. He kind of exposed me to some of the foods, Cajun-style foods, that even I hadn't tried quite yet. I'm going to show you a picture of me when I was much younger. So here is me way back in the day. This is me in New Orleans. My mother and my stepfather used to bring us to New Orleans quite a bit. I've been to Mardi Gras a few times. It's been a blast. I love Cafe du Monde and having beignets and sitting looking at the ships on the Mississippi River. And so I was exposed to Cajun food and I really liked it, whether it was jambalaya or gumbo, or my mother used to make red beans and rice, which was delicious. But when I met my roommate, he exposed me to a different type of food that they would eat down there called crawfish. And we would have these crawfish bowls with corn and potatoes, and you just put in the hot spices. So good, so good. So now I like making shrimp boils and things like that at my house for my family because I like it very much. Now this is also a book, kind of like a little cookbook on how to make gumbo that was put together by my nephew, right? So here, gumbo. And the reason why I'm kind of sharing this is because food has a way of bringing people together. When I ask people, what have you been doing? What did you do on the weekend? What did you do for fun? So many people are saying things like they made cookies or banana bread or blondies, or they're doing some type of cooking with their family. There's just something about cooking with people that's great. I know, when we go to my father-in-law's for certain parties, he'll make chili, which is always delicious, and it's kind of like a staple meal when we go there. It's so good. I know that if I go to my sisters, my older sisters, my brother-in-law makes all kinds of really good food on the smoker. And I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Zagorin. For every field day, he makes pulled pork. So good, so good. I'm actually going to miss that, having it this year, but shout out to him. His food is always amazing, and his deviled eggs are awesome too. And I'm also going to give a shout out to Mrs. Kelleher because I don't think anybody makes crumb cake better than her. Her pan's all dented, and you're just like, oh, if you see that pan, it's going to be amazing. So good. So food just does that. We've baked pies with my mother-in-law. My kids really enjoyed that. My wife has been baking all kinds of foods this week, and now we have a weekly schedule of a menu. So if I need to find out what's for dinner, I got to look at the menu. So I'm just curious, what are you guys making at home? I know some of my students are telling me things that they've made, but maybe now's an opportunity to either try a new food or think about what you could make with your parents, or what you could maybe learn something new how to make. I definitely want to try to learn to make some new things. My wife has been cooking a lot recently. Usually I would cook, but now she's been cooking. But I feel like I need to try to make something new. just to kind of mix it up to give her a break, obviously. We each have different things. So that's another thing too. When you think about routines in your house, my wife does a lot of the cooking and I do a lot of the cleaning. So we kind of like split the workload. But if you can help your parents out by doing things around the house, that'll make more time for them to spend time with you guys playing games, cooking, baking, because if your parents are doing all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the everything, they're not going to have as much time for you guys. And I want to make sure they have enough time for you guys. So thinking about food, maybe you can, when you come to class, you could talk about what are some of your favorite foods that you like to eat. What brings you the most comfort? So my buddy would always joke, because when I was your age, I used to always eat cold carrots with vinegar and garlic salt. And he would look at me like there was something wrong with me. But I still, even to this day, as of yesterday, I had carrots with vinegar and garlic salt, and it's just like one of those things that just always makes me feel good. I know also we used to eat pastatine a lot when we weren't feeling well, because that always brought us comfort. So we're actually going to be making that very soon, because I feel like even now I still want some comfort food. Just like when you watch a movie, do you always have popcorn? Do you have candy? Like, what is your food of choice? So if you are up for it, maybe you could talk in class about some of the fun different foods that you've eaten, and any stories that you have, like fun things around food. Like, I know that now that it's getting warmer, right, I'm looking forward to the opportunity of grilling, because I will be the first to admit I'm a terrible cook, but occasionally I can grill food. Hopefully Mrs. Gordon might think otherwise. Actually, I'd have him help me grill way back in the day, but I'm sure letting Mr. Zagor know that Brad said it is okay and I can learn how to grill better. But I just want you to use this opportunity to think about what you can do to help your family out, so that way maybe you have more time to cook together, eat together, have nice family meals. Maybe instead of the end of the day at dinner, saying things that were rough in school, talk about what was a positive that you had for the day. And if you did have a challenge for the day, what did you do to try to overcome it? We always have to try to think of everything in the positive. I have to say, like I said, I started this video, I'm in an amazing mood today. I'm going to be going for a walk with my family soon. What I mean by soon, like 3:30, 4 o'clock when our school day's over. But I can just feel the sun right now on my legs, and it feels so good. And I think you guys should get out today, enjoy this beautiful weather. And then when I see you again in class, you can tell me all of the fun things that you have eaten or you have done. Okay? So on that note, I know this video is a little bit different, maybe not a typical, moral to it, but food is just fun and delicious. And I can't wait for dinner. Tonight we are having ribs, which should be good, especially since someone else marinated them for us, because if I had to do it, they always come out tasting like shoe leather, dipped in more shoe leather. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm thinking about you always. Don't forget to tell your parents and your family members you love them. Reach out to people, reach out to your teachers, reach out to your friends, okay? Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.